Yay! Hi, YouTube. How's it going? What are you doing? How was your day today? Today I worked from home. This morning I ordered Wendy's from Skip the Dishes for breakfast. I love me a good Wendy's breakfast. What is your favorite fast food breakfast? Do you like McDonald's or Tim Hortons? Tell me what your favorite one is. My blur is cutting half of me off as it did a couple times ago. See right there, half my head's gone. Oh well, who cares? You guys don't watch me for my amazing technical prowess, so I think it's okay. Anastasia's here. They said I'm early for once. Hi, Anastasia. Just pop some popcorn. Yummy. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Mr. Ranger Lab. Hi, Gary. You got Fresca. Oh, I have my diet grapefruit. I just opened it as usual. Oh, hi, Lisa. Oh, yeah. Just popped my seltzer water. Hi, Monica. Hi, Paige Actress. Thank you for joining. Oh, Monica said Burger King. Yummy. I don't think I've ever had Burger King breakfast before. Yeah, shades are on. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Trey. I have not had fast food in a long time, but sometimes I miss it. Yeah, I love me a fast food breakfast. So good. Hi, Red Wing. Hello. Hello, Julie. Nice to see you. Thank you guys for coming. So nice that there's already 11 people in my chat. So today I have a video I wanted to talk about with Eric Worre, and it's just called Eric Worre Responds to Critics, and it's just interesting. And I just liked listening to his approach of responding to the criticisms that apparently people have of him. So if you're new to my channel, Eric Worre is a famous MLM coach, probably one of the most famous. And he has a channel of 402,000 subscribers. This video is from 8 days ago. 4.7k views, more views than a lot of these MLM coaches have, but like still not a lot of views for someone with 400,000 views, but or subscribers, sorry, not views, but just interesting. Like I feel like some of these MLM coaches have a good amount of subscribers, but they don't get great views. Favorite fast food breakfast is anything with a biscuit. Oh my gosh, I wish Canada had a Dunkin' Donuts. I've never had Dunkin' Donuts in my life. I have no desire to go to the United States, and I just want like fancy iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and I want a donut or several donuts. Oh, hi, Lori. Thank you for joining. I like a nice diner breakfast, but you need to have a little time. Yeah, I love diner breakfast like Denny's. Denny's is so good. So here's Eric. He's looking sharp. Great suit. It's good color on him. I've always liked his clothes. So let's listen to what Eric has to say. Woo!
Hey there, Eric Worre here. And there's been a lot of chatter in the network marketing space in the last year or so. It's certainly true that the profession is going through radical changes. And as professionals, we all need to pivot when necessary. And to that point, I'd like to give you an overview of how I see my role in the network marketing community and my thoughts for how I'm going to be approaching things moving forward. In my 14 years with Network Marketing Pro, I provided training and or consulting services for companies or their top leaders in the following companies alphabetically.
So he's responding to critics by telling us about all of the companies that he's helped. I was planning on recording the number as he was saying it. I was not prepared. And there's no paper here. I was going to like write down the number of companies, but maybe I'll do that after. But it's a lot of companies, and no one is like disputing Eric Worre's influence in the MLM industry. No one is downplaying his experience and his knowledge, right? So I'm not sure why throughout this video we're going to see he's responding to these critics by like he's responding to them by saying how influential he is. And it's like we all know. But you have Timmy Hose. I love me some Tim Hortons too. I don't like him either. Yeah, he knows what a scammer. Yeah, useless training that has no value. So, Mr. Ranger Lab, this is from 8 days ago. So, it's not like my usual videos from like 6,000 years ago. And then if this one takes like 2 seconds for me to do, then we have another really short one. You thought he said network marketing, bro. That's funny. Oh, hi, Demi. Wow, I had headphones off for a minute to braid my hair. And can I just say, he looks so smarmy and fake without the audio to distract. Yeah, fair. Fair. He's trying to come off as suave when he is really slimy. Hot off the internet. Yes, totally.
And bear with me, it's not a short list. Amari Global, Ambit Energy, ASEA, Beachbody, Hippo, By Design, Chalk Culture, Chogan, doTERRA, Ecology, Enagic, GanoExcel, Go Global, GS Partners, Healy World, Herbalife, IM Mastery Academy, Isogenics, Jeunesse, Juice Plus, Kiani, Connect, Legal Shield, Lime Life by Alcone, Life Plus, Life Vantage, Lyconet, Manatech, Max International, Modere, Monate Global, Monavi, New You Life, Nikin, New Skin, Omega Pro, Organo, Paparazzi Accessories, PM International, Prove It, Secret Direct, Send Out Cards, The Happy Co., Total Life Changes, Euphoria Science, USANA, Utility Warehouse, UWE, Valentis Global, Vasayo, Vima, Vita Divina, Vox Life, World Global, Young Living, Unique, and Longevity. And I'm sure that I missed some.
So he's just sitting there telling us how qualified he is. And you guys were saying he's like looking smarmy, right? And yeah, he is. Like, he is bragging about all the companies that he's helped. And in my opinion, therefore insinuating that he does not deserve criticism because of the contributions that he has made to the MLM industry. No one is arguing against your contributions, sir. For people who have made millions and millions of dollars in MLM, they're going to say your contributions were brilliant and amazing. For those of us outside of the MLM industry and who have knowledge of the business structure, like, someone who's worked with that many companies has to know that majority of people in those companies are making $0 or going into debt, are being mistreated. And so his work in those couple dozen companies, however many there were, like, it's hurting people. That work hurts people because MLMs hurt people. The business structure only helps the CEOs and the distributors who are at the very, very top of the pyramid. How can he defend the recruitment aspects? Exactly. And Anastasia, he's so humble. How does he explain the MLM has been closed by the FTC? He'll get there in a second. Yep. Yes, we have to run from these companies. I wouldn't brag. Exactly. Don't brag. And what is Longevity? Is that a company? And Ambit Energy. I heard Ambit Energy. Maybe I should look into Ambit Energy, right? Yes, these companies, Lisa, have helped him become rich by all the people at the bottom of the pyramid in these companies losing money. Because the only way these CEOs are able to pay Eric is because they're making profit off the backs of people on the bottom of the pyramid. Hi, Emily. It's nice to see you here. Emily said, like the stream. So yes, like the stream if you like it. I don't care about your contribution, dude. They're scams. You know you make more money doing coaching. Yep. He's not in an MLM right now. But that's a great point. You seriously have to have no soul to be a coach like this guy, and same with all the people that are high up in MLMs and make millions a year from them. They have no soul being able to scam that many people. I think people start off in these companies not knowing. I think those in the bottom and the middle. And then I agree with you, Trey. Like, the higher up people get, they know what's going on. They know their downline is losing money. They know how they have to make money is by their downline losing. So I agree with you. Once they get to the very top, they know. Hey, Tanya, it's nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Yes, he's very defensive, but he's going to tell us in a little bit. I'm just yapping a lot. Also, in real business, it's not a flex to have been with that many companies. So he's not saying he has been with that many companies. He has consulted with the leaders, with the CEOs in some aspect, but he has not like been a distributor in that many companies. Okay, I'll actually let him talk for a second.
So let me explain something to you. When I'm deciding to work with a company or its leaders, I judge what I feel is the intent of the players involved. And if I feel that that intent is good, I usually move forward. One repeating pattern I'm constantly dealing with is some of the distributors in the companies that I train for simply cannot help themselves and try to use my speaking as involvement in the company itself.
That is to be expected. I think when you are a celebrity in an industry and you are being a consultant for MLMs, you should be really careful about who you work with. You should probably have something in your contract stating what the distributors are not allowed to say like, the distributors cannot claim A, B, C, D because of my work in your company. I think you should probably have more detailed requirements about the companies that you work with and the different eligibility criteria that they have to meet, because simply saying, oh, they seem to have an okay intention, so therefore I'm going to work with them, that is not going to fly when you are as famous of a face in this industry as Eric. It's like saying you make contributions to the mob or a trafficking ring. He doesn't seem to get that. Yes. No point in bragging about contributing to the problem. Yes. I love that. Yes. It's an MLM, so the intent is always bad. Yes. Being an MLM coach seems like being a leech attached to a leech, or a mosquito biting another mosquito while the other one is biting you. It's so weird. This whole economy that doesn't do anything. Love it. It's a scam within a scam. Yes.
Some claim I'm a secret distributor. Others claim I have an ownership stake in the company. And even others like to say, see, Eric's a trainer on our stage, so our company must be good. I try to do my best to keep those claims under control, but I definitely can't reach everyone.
Then make it a requirement that the distributors in your company will face a penalty if they make claims about you helping them, because you're the one entering into like a contract. You are a celebrity in this industry. Why can't you make it a requirement of you working with a specific company that they do not do that? Because claiming that he's a secret distributor, I'm assuming that's not true. That is like, I don't know the legal words. It's a lie, defaming him, slandering him, because that's not true. So like, sue their ass, Eric. If they're lying, if people are lying about you, sue them, right? Like, why are you are a very wealthy, influential person, and I'm not sure why you're not taking action to remedy this problem. Get ready, people. He's about to drop the mic on us anti-MLM haters and losers. Yes. Okay, let's let it play.
And for the umpteenth time, I don't have a position in any company. I don't have ownership in any company. And I have never specifically endorsed any particular company or asked anyone to get involved with any particular company. And I never will. I try my best to be neutral and support everyone. Now, some critics like to say, well, this...
So he listed the dozens of MLMs he's worked with as a way to counter this criticism that people think he is a secret distributor, that he's an owner in some of these companies. So he used his big list of accomplishments to counter this critique, in addition to others that he's going to talk about in a second.
Company was obviously bad or obviously a pyramid. So you should have known better, and you shouldn't have given it any credibility by being a trainer for them in the first place. Here's my position on that. If I made it a criteria to never speak, train, or consult for a company that was ever accused of being a pyramid, then I never speak at all. Because every single company in our profession has been accused of being a pyramid at some point or another. another, including yours.
Sir, if that's true, if you would not speak or help any company at all, then that should be a red flag. And I think if you are working with a company that has a horrible reputation in the MLM industry for being a scam, if people know that they're a scam, that they're like, they only get paid off of recruitment and they don't even really have a product, then you should be doing your research. You should be screening the companies that you work with, because by you publicly aligning yourself to a shady company, even shady within the MLM standards, then you are kind of inadvertently advocating for them, advertising, promoting them, like indirectly, just like a big influencer on Instagram having a brand deal. Like by you aligning yourself with these companies, you are promoting them. And so maybe you need to do your research. Oh, I knew nothing about him until I started watching anti-MLM videos. Same. He tries his best to get the most money out of the MLM industry while claiming the least responsibility when people complain about them. Exactly. You are telling of your industry. Yes, Marie, exactly. Yeah, he isn't as famous as he thinks, but he's very famous in this context for sure. And he helps reinforce the false idea that reps who aren't making any money need to pay for coaching or attend his events in order to be successful. Yes, they all do that. They're all exactly the same. And they all think they're so brilliant and unique, but they're all exactly the same. And I love that he thinks scamming is a profession. Oh, this is a good find, and it's so new too. I like this video.
It's a cheap and easy accusation from outside critics, but in the end, good.
How is the pyramid scheme accusation a cheap and easy one to make? It's a very serious accusation that should be taken seriously by everyone in the industry, but it's just so comical how he just kind of throws it aside. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a cheap accusation. He's a flim-flam man. What does that mean? What's that a reference to, Lori? That's funny.
Companies make proper adjustments and survive, like many of your companies have. While others have been eliminated, like several on the list I just went through a few minutes ago. Now, it's also true that the products and services provided by new and old companies are changing. Some are service-based now, some are technology-based, in addition to the traditional physical products historically offered. And with the new services and technology, there's going to be winners and losers while companies figure things out. Some people like to say, due to my position in the profession, that I should speak out against specific companies that, in their opinion, aren't legitimate. In fact, when I first discussed the idea of Network Marketing Pro with Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, back in 2008, he suggested that I put anything I didn't like in our profession on full blast.
When you are in an industry and you're seeing something that you might not think is a positive thing, that you might think is an issue in the industry, I think it is beneficial for someone so influential like him to not necessarily speak out. I don't think it's his job to speak out on every bad thing he sees, but I think in order to be a well-rounded, well-educated person in this industry, he should be able to address the negative aspects of MLM, and more than he does in his videos where he says, oh, well, the distributors behave badly because, like, what did he say? He likes to say the distributors behave badly because they're just bad distributors, and he doesn't put any influence on the CEO of the companies and the MLM industry itself. He likes to just blame the distributors. I more than that though, like if you want to have true credibility, I think there is a positive in bringing up the negatives of an industry in a well-informed manner with an intention to educate and just truly educate. But you don't want to do that in MLM, because if you bring up any negatives of the industry, then people are going to start to, like, their wheels may start to turn and they may start to realize, oh, well, this big influential person in this industry is saying ABC that is bad about my company, maybe my industry is bad. Maybe I need to do research, right? How much coaching does he think one needs? If I'm paying him to help me be successful in an MLM, but I'm not, eventually I get upset about his techniques not working. Yeah. Fantastic point. The Flim Flam Man was a movie from 1967. Oh, suits him perfectly. It means nonsensical or insecure talk. Love that. And he would have the gall to blame the client for the failure. No, dude, you know the MLM is a scam, and you know that your coaching won't change that fact. At least in this video, he likes to think that it will change that fact. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, Lord, the man's a fraud. He's a flim-flam man. I like that, Charlie. As a librarian of profession, spend a lot of time discussing and analyzing problems in the profession. Yes, that's how you learn and grow. That was a lot better said than the way I said it. Because I think if you're in a profession and you're able to clearly articulate the negatives of your profession in addition to the positives, then yes, you learn more about yourself, you learn more about your industry, and you can make like a well-informed decision if the positives of your work outweighs the negatives of your work. Where's my mouse?
To let them have it. I decided not to do that for two main reasons. First, as I said, there's many companies that lived in a gray area for quite some time before making the proper adjustments into legitimacy and are now giants in our space. If I put them on blast for any mistake that I saw, I not only hurt the company, but I hurt the field, and I also hurt the company's chances of making the improvements they need for longevity. Do I suggest this to them? Yes. But do I put them on blast? No. And the second reason I don't put companies on.
So you don't put companies on blast because there's not that would not be conducive to them growing and improving. However, what if you bring up the issues of a company to the CEO and you say, hey, look, like what you're doing here, this comp plan is actually illegal. It is actually a pyramid scheme. So you really need to change your plan right away. And then the CEO ignores you because they're making money. Who cares? In that case, are you going to go and call out this company if you just bringing it to them is not enough? Because in that case, if you truly know that a company is operating as a pyramid scheme, just as an ethical and moral person, I think you should at least report it to somewhere, to the FTC. Maybe you don't need to do a big media thing about it, but you should bring it up to someone if it's actually a pyramid scheme. Hurting but I think the field is the distributors. I think that's what they call the distributors, or like the partners in body. I think they refer to it as the field. But all of the people in the field, the distributors, are already being hurt by the company if they're operating as a pyramid scheme. All of these companies operate as a pyramid scheme. In my humble opinion, they are all already hurt by the company. So you calling them out, sir, like publicly, is not going to hurt them anymore. They're still going to be losing money every single month. They're still, if they're lucky enough to actually recruit someone, they're still going to lose people every single month and need to slot new people into those spots. I'm having ice cream. Oh, yay, that's so nice. Have fun. Yeah, I think he did mean distributors, but I may be wrong. That's just how I interpreted it. Okay, let's keep going.
On blast is we already deal with so much misunderstanding and negativity in network marketing from outside sources. I wanted, from my heart, to come from a position of encouragement instead of criticism. I decided that in the end, the market will decide who succeeds and who fails. But my role is to support the profession as a whole. And let me tell you about that support.
he doesn't want to call companies out because there's already so much negativity about the industry, and he just wants to help the industry grow. And that's why he doesn't call it out, to add to that negativity. In an industry, we should be able to provide reasonable critique on something and not be worried that we're going to just make the industry crash and burn. So that should be a really big red flag as well. Like, why can't this big famous person bring up a reasonable critique on his industry? So he's saying he wants to just support the industry, and he's now going to tell us how he supports the industry. Don't make false medical claims. That would be real training and some useful info. Yes. Why can't you tell us what we can and can't do as per the FTC? Why can't we learn how to actually grow a downline, and not just grow a downline, but keep our downline? Because it's one thing to recruit, but it's another thing to actually maintain your rank for longer than a month or two. If all of these MLMs ceased to exist, he'd be out of a job, so of course he's going to defend the profession. Also, my bad, I'm calling out drug dealers. You just blabber word salad. We've seen your trainings on the conference videos. He does, and he thinks he's very, very profound as well. So he's going to tell us about how he supports the industry, even though we know how you support it, sir. Your critiques are that you should call out the shitty companies, and that you work with shitty companies, and that the distributors in those companies say you're a secret member, you have an ownership stake, and use your name and your face to increase legitimacy of their company. No one is saying you don't help the industry. Am I missing something?
Because I'm very proud of it. GoPro has been the #1 book in network marketing for 10 years, with almost 5 million copies sold in 19 languages around the world. The GoPro annual event is the Super Bowl of network marketing and the largest generic training event in our profession. And the most powerful women in network marketing event does the same for the great women in our field. I put out more free network marketing training content than anyone ever has.
So far, Network Marketing Pro, his event is the Super Bowl of network marketing. His book, GoPro, has been the #1 MLM book for the last 10 years. He creates more free training than anyone else. What about Fraser Brooks? What about John Melton? He's constantly putting shit out. What about Rob Sperry? He's constantly putting shit out. Lots of people, lots of coaches are constantly putting out free shit across the internet. You are not unique. You are not the #1 coach in that area. I just thought of 3 off the top of my head who provide the same amount of free training that you do. You are not unique. And then, yeah, Demi said, is it best-selling? Is it best-selling? It's the most common MLM book sold to the store I work at, and we never managed to sell it. You said 5 million or something, 5 million copies sold. Well, do you compare every other network marketing book? Is there a list of the top 10 network marketing books sold on the market today? Like, I want to see your sources. I also want to see your sources that GoPro is the Super Bowl of network marketing. Like, did you just call it that, or is that the actual name? We could say that about anything. I could say my channel is the best channel in the universe. It's true. It's true. That doesn't make it true, sir. Can you please cite your sources, sir? Can you imagine not calling out a doctor's office with a consistent Okay, let me try this again. Can you imagine not calling out a doctor's office with consistent malpractice, or a restaurant with severely failing health and safety standards because it's too negative? What a ridiculous excuse. Love it. Love it. Or you're complaining about like a teacher who is doing a really bad job, right? And who's like ignoring the kids. Like in any other industry, or a restaurant that's violating health and safety codes. In any other industry, it's a good thing to call it out when when they're not doing their job, when safety is at risk, when health, and in this case, when the financial well-being of thousands and thousands of people is at risk. Great point. I love that. Love that. He's successful at pushing an unattainable dream. Not going to lie, I laugh a lot when I recycle the copies that don't sell when we run out of room for them. I love that. That's so funny. There were cockroaches all over our pie, but if we focus on the negative, that's like so mean. For a second, I thought you meant there were actually cockroaches on your pie. And I was like, horrible. But yeah, like you're at a restaurant, there's cockroaches on your food. Complain. Like report it to the health and safety board or something. Complain, obviously. All I'm hearing is blah, blah, blah. I make too much money here to be objectively critical or honest about it. Blah, 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 blah. Trust me, bro. Oh, hi, Natalie. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. I can totally get that feeling. I've had the same thing when I need some books. Read some books. I'm having trouble reading today.
And will continue to do so because it's what I'm meant to do. Over 5 million people consume the free content that I put out on a weekly basis. And we have big.
I'm one of those people. I'm one of the 5 million people. So it's not just people who like love you and think you're brilliant.
Plans to grow that number. I have a collection of best-selling courses that have helped people experience breakthroughs in their business, big and small. I have the most powerful top earner mastermind in our profession, representing companies all over the world. And
Jesse Lee Ward says the exact same thing. Everyone says that their mastermind is the one life-changing, brilliant mastermind that all the top earners need to go to. Everyone has courses. Everyone, like Fraser has courses. He can say his courses are the best. Ray can say his courses are the best. Everyone says their courses are the best. Just because you say it doesn't make it true, sir.
We work together to raise the bar for everyone in network marketing. And in talking about pure results, okay? Over the last 14 years, I've helped millions of people enjoy a nice part-time income. I've helped well over 10,000 people to create a 6-figure annual income. And I've helped over 500 people get their network marketing income to over $1 million a year.
I should have thought of this when I was preparing for this. So 500 people to $1 million a year. So what is 500 over 14 years? I don't know. How many people per year that he gets to $1 million? So 500 over 14. I can't do math. You know what I mean. It doesn't seem like that much over the 14 years. Then he said 10,000 people to 6 figures. Again, if it's so easy to get to 6 figures in network marketing, then why is it only 10,000? And also, what is your definition of a nice side part-time income? That could literally be $10 a month. Like that's a side income. Or do you mean $1,000 a month? Because I highly doubt that he's helping millions of people get to $1,000 a month. And also, how are you tracking that? How are you tracking the side income? How are you quantifying it? How can you do like a cause and effect? Like you can't necessarily connect the two, because out of the people who are accessing your free content, they could also have coaching from another MLM coach as well. Thank you, Mr. Angel Lab. I was getting confused. So 36 people a year, he's helped get to $1 million. And you say $1 million, but do you mean $1 million in actual profit, or do you mean $1 million just in revenue? Because these people are probably paying an outrageous amount of money to get into your course, your famous mastermind. Isn't it like $25,000 a year? So like they might make $1 million, but then they are paying into your course. They are paying for their products. They're probably paying for other courses. They're probably going all around the world to your fancy masterminds. It's not $1 million in like take home profit. And look at his face. He's looking real smug. all these companies who he works with, or name them please, let us check with these companies if they know his name as the educator or as the guy who calls 3 times a day scamming them. Natalie, at the beginning of this video, he did name them. So if you want, you can catch the replay. If you're yes, if you're on the top in anything, you don't need to brag about it. Your work reputation shows it for you. Yeah, so if you're really that brilliant, why are you sitting there with a smug look on your face telling us about how brilliant you are in order to counter some criticism that people have of you? I think it's a very fair criticism to expect one of the most well-known faces in the industry to do a little bit of research before he works with a company. Yes, I totally agree with you. Look at all these comments. Woo! Yeah, what specifically? Because he told us really generally, but he didn't give us details. Yeah. He's just saying that he's good at teaching scammers how to scam better so that they make more money. Yeah, exactly. Many of these thousands could easily be bots scraping content to share on fake websites. Probably. Also, how many of them had a 6-figure income before? And how many of those people out of the, did he say like 10,000 who got to 6 figures? How many of those people maintained the 6 figures? Because sure, maybe you make 6 figures one year, but can you make that year after year after year? I wonder.
Critics will take shots. I get that. People want to blame. I get that also. But for those critics on the sidelines, I encourage you to step up and try to outproduce me in terms of the value you bring to our profession. Let's compete to see who can bring the most value. That way, everyone wins. If we focus on taking shots at each other, everyone loses. And finally, if my approach to the companies and the leaders I work with...
Isn't that funny? You critique me, beat me then. You heard my accomplishments, beat me, and then we'll talk. Let's compete. Not, oh yeah, I understand your perspective. I understand where you're coming from. No. If you can't even think to criticize me until you have a bigger influence than I do in the industry. I think that's interesting. It's an interesting way to come at criticism.
Makes a person not want to promote what I do, or maybe distance themselves from me. That's clearly their choice. I think it's a bad choice, but I can still respect it. As for me, I'm going to continue to do what I've always done, and that's everything in my power to help people around the world with the mindset, skills, and strategy necessary to become a true network marketing professional. To not only be earners in our business, but to be real leaders as well. So for all of my friends in network marketing, get used to seeing this face, because I'm going to be everywhere. Because honestly, I'm just warming up. And do me a favor, would you? If I've helped you in any way during your journey in network marketing, let me know in the comments, would you please? It would make my heart happy. Let's continue to work together to make network marketing everything that it should be, and helping more people around the world understand the gift that is our profession. I love you all.
So Red Wing said, oh, he's talking to other coaches. Do you guys think he's talking to other coaches? Because he's saying like, oh, you may have a problem with what I'm doing, but like, I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it. And so maybe it is other coaches who are critiquing his choice of companies that he's promoting, that he's aligning himself with. I didn't even think of that. What do you think about that? Yeah, someone's cutting into his territory. Ooh, interesting. Anti-MLM community and YouTube creators will continue to do their thing. What is he expecting to come out of this video? We're not going to stop criticizing. Nope. No way, Jose. We're not going away either. Yes. Yes. And even tiny channels like mine have an impact too. I think like all videos like this kind of like it all adds to the YouTube algorithm, right? And so like if a bunch of tiny channels with 500 subscribers, 100 subscribers are making videos on Eric, then like it makes it more likely that when someone YouTubes Eric Worre, they're going to see an Eric Worre anti-MLM video. What about the ones who fail, who took your coaching? Can they tell you also in your comments section? I'm just looking quickly. They're all positive. They're all amazing comments. Eric, you've done so much for my companies, plural, and this industry. I can't thank you enough for your creativity and drive to make leaders win. Good point. Good question. But yeah, they are definitely all positive. So I think we have enough time to do another quick video from 5 days ago of Eric Worre, if that's okay with you, friends of mine. Because I like to keep my weekday streams to an hour. And I think if we watch this 4-minute one, then it'll be an hour. And then I'll go about my evening. There seems to be a lot more grifters hopping onto the coaching train. Yes, Charlie. A 6-figure earner once at, say, age 40, based on the average age of 74, divided by 36 years, would be as low as $2,800 and up to $2,800 annually. So $234 to $2,334 a month. Not anything to write home about. Love that. Yeah, there's so many MLM coaches. You're totally right. Of course, they're all positive. They're in a cult. Exactly. Sounds so much like a political leader that's trying to get a strong mandate in a crisis because of an outside attack. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, like he's very defensive, I feel, but he's also trying to be professional. I just thought it was interesting. I was like, I want to talk about this. So yeah, this is from 5 days ago. 3.2K views, 208 likes. How to succeed in network marketing. It's Eric Worre again. So, are we ready to watch this video too? Let's go.
You decide to look further into a network marketing business in order to develop for your, I would recommend reviewing the following 4 elements.
Sorry, my screen flashed. I'm just going to give it a chance. Give it a chance to catch up. Okay. Sorry, I clicked the other video, then my internet just stopped and everything was getting upset. So I'm like, I'm just going to sit for a minute. It needs to be an exceptional sort of income source for it to be repeatable income. Yeah, so how many of those people make 100K one year, they never make it again? Right? That's not a 6-figure earner. It's not, unless you make it every single year. Oh, you liked the choice of video? Good. I'm glad. So 4 elements for us to succeed in network marketing. We've watched 1,000 videos like this before on my channel. But let's see what Eric has to say.
First is the product or service. And on the product or service, I would ask 5 important questions. 1, do you like it? Is it something you would feel comfortable sharing with others? 2, is recognize need in the marketplace. It's hard to create a need if one isn't naturally there. 3rd, does the product meet that need? Does it?
The product in MLMs don't actually matter. We've seen tons of stories about people signing up for Beachbody before they actually try the product. And even though one of the vital behaviors is be a product of the product, but people still sign up before actually attempting to try out the product, or they'll make up fancy testimonials after 2 days on a supplement and say it magically cured all of their health issues. So it doesn't really matter if you like the product. There's never a need for an MLM product, because despite the fact that some can be high quality, some are actual good products, you can get similar products for elsewhere for cheaper. Either of the same quality or of higher quality for cheaper elsewhere. So therefore, there is not a need. Well, no, there is a need, I guess, for supplements, but the MLM product does not fill that need, in my opinion. What do you think? Not very good production. It reminds me of the early 70s. Compare this to the video that he just posted, that we just looked at. Isn't it strange? The market is saturated. Exactly. The products that matter, nor are the products unique. There is no problem that can only be solved by an MLM. But they make it seem like Amari is the only way that you can. Is Amari, the happy juice one, the only way that you can help your mental health? Despite the fact that you could go to counseling if you have access to it. You can talk to a loved one. You can go to a psychiatrist. You can get actual medication for your mental health needs instead of an MLM product.
Solve a legitimate problem for consumers. And fourth, is it priced to sell? Can it compete in the marketplace? And
none of them are priced to sell, because you're going to say this in a second. You have to have it priced in such a manner that the person who sells the product has to get a cut, then their upline and their upline and their upline has to get a cut, and then the C-suite also has to get a cut, because they need a profit, and then they also need to pay all their people. Coaching is an easy grip to get into. You only need charisma and conviction. You don't need education, experience, or proof that your technique works. You just need to fabricate social proof. Because with some of these MLM that coaches, like Raymond is the most, he lacks personality. He is not personable at all. He has zero charisma. But I think he's able to, as you say, like fabricate the proof that his techniques work. He's an interesting one. But then you see Fraser Brooks. I think Fraser is extremely charismatic. Back in the day, Tupperware was unique. Now they're just about done. Exactly. They are the customers. Nature offers fruit and vegetables, so there's not much need for supplements. My doctor warned me that if I took a supplement, not to exceed 3 months of consumption, after which their benefit diminishes. My doctor told me to take a supplement. I don't remember what it was called, but it's because I have an issue in my jaw. And he said, take this supplement, and then it will like build up the cartilage on a certain joint in your jaw, and then eventually it will reduce your pain. So I think if your doctor's like, hey, you're iron deficient, hey, you need this, hey, you need that, then I think there's value in supplements. But your average day-to-day person does not need fancy MLM supplements. And Monica, yeah, I should have reacted to this comment up here. So everyone's selling the same thing. Every time you recruit someone, you're recruiting your competition. And it's really hard when you have 400,000 body partners all selling the same product. So there's like what you said here. Did you say, yeah, dwindling customer base? Every time you recruit someone into body, that's one less person who you can recruit into body.
fifth, is it priced for profit? Is there enough margin for the company and the distributor to be able to generate income for the long term? If you can answer the questions on the product to your satisfaction, the next element to consider is the company itself. Is it well run? Do you believe in the founders or the management team? Do you feel they have what it takes to go all the way? See, it doesn't matter how good the product is if the management can't take care of the company. Good management can change with the times. They can handle adversity. They can make good decisions. Make sure you choose a company that can serve you for a long time. The third element to consider is the compensation plan.
Natalie, it's called literally MSM. MSM supplement. Yeah. If you just type in MSM supplement, you'll see there's a bunch of different kinds. But I just got like a generic one. I just asked the pharmacist. I said, my doctor says I need MSM for my jaw. And then she went and found it for me. But yeah, it's just like an over-the-counter supplement. And eventually at some point, it will improve my jaw pain. So how do we know the intentions of the management team before we're in the company? How do we know if they're going to go all the way? And if we're not like a Jessie Lee Ward or Lindsay Matway in body, we're not going to actually interact directly with the CEO, with the high-level managers. So why does that matter? Because your average person is not going to have a direct line to those people anyway. So I don't really understand why we're bringing this up. As a business owner in the retail space, profit margins on products for MLM reps is pathetic. Ooh, interesting. I was told by my doctor I was deficient in sodium, so I drank a lot of margaritas just for the salt. I love that. That's funny. Yeah. Because I can't open my jaw all the way. I have like limited range of motion, and apparently this will help. And then I will have less pain here, and then I'll be able to open all the way. But it'll take months. If I want supplements or collagen, I can go to Walmart, Costco, Target, etc., Amazon. I don't need a hunt to get my products. I can even go to my grocery. Yeah, yes, yes, exactly. I was the only person that ever seen with low sodium. Interesting. Ooh. As an oldie. Oh, you're not an oldie who lives in the dark. I'm supposed to take calcium and vitamin D. Ooh, interesting. I think it's funny you called yourself an oldie. One time my dad called himself an oldster. Aw.
And with that, there are three important things to look at. First, a brand new person needs to be able to generate some money fairly quickly. It may be an obvious reason, but you can probably imagine the ripple effect of a distributor getting involved and having even a small victory fast. That can only help with the overall success of the organization.
People get small victories quickly because of fast starts. If you sign up a certain number of people in your first month or something, then you get like a bonus. People will also find success quickly because they'll get their spouse, their mom, dad, sister, brother, aunt to buy products and sign up, and then they quickly burn through their warm market, and then they don't have anyone else, and so they might actually make $300 in profit their first month. Then after that, they struggle to make any money.
Second, a person should be able to develop a moderate part-time income in a reasonable period of time. As they develop their network and as their sales grow, they should be able to enjoy more benefits. And third,
Describe moderate part-time income in reasonable time. Because for me, my part-time income that like I was working while trying to find a job out of school, and I think in that year after school I made $12,000, so like $1,000 a month. I feel like $1,000 a month for part-time work is reasonable, is a good side income. In my mind, that's how I would classify that. And in reasonable time, do you mean like reasonable time per week or reasonable length of time to get to that moderate side income? There's just a lot of ways that we can interpret this, and the way he's verbalizing it makes it seem like it's really straightforward and easy, but we don't actually know what he means here.
for the people who are really serious, for those who decide to really go pro in the network marketing profession, there should be the possibility to make a serious full-time income if they work hard and are committed to developing their skills. If you're comfortable with the product, the company, and the compensation plan,
They all say that there's an opportunity for full-time income. They'll say you can retire your spouse, you can travel the world, spend all your time with your children. Every MLM, everywhere, always says that you can easily develop a full-time income.
the last thing you should look at is the support that will be made available to you. Does the company have a website? Does it have a solid online reporting tool? Do they have comprehensive training available? Do they host events to help you build your business? If you decide to do this, what kind of a support system can you plug into?
Why is a website? Why is training a flex? Like that should be automatic. The requirement should not be, do you have a website? Why would a big company not have a website? And of course, you should have training. In any other employment environment, you are going to have access to training, and it's not going to be touted as some brilliant, amazing perk. It's going to be a requirement for you to do your job. Based on all of Eric's criteria, there are 0 MLMs that people should join, right? Because in MLMs, it's not a possibility for your average person to make a full-time income. How did they go on and on about nothing like that? I would drive myself crazy. What company would not have a website? And you guys agree, a website, that's a low bar. Right? Do they have a website? It is 2023. I would hope they have a website, Eric. Right, Melissa? I don't want a possibility, I want a guarantee. If I'm going to invest my time and money, I want to guarantee that I'll make money. You are saying possible to Absolve yourself of guilt, because you could be like, what, guys? I never actually said you were guaranteed money. I said it's possible that you can make money. Love that. Good point.
Network marketing company is a personal decision. But evaluating the 4 elements of product, company, compensation plan, and support is a great place to start.
Is the company promising that you're going to get rich quick, or that you can make a lot of money without a lot of effort? That's a red flag.
They all do. They all do. And who are these friends? Who is this man? Who is this man? You should put their names.
Is there a product that you really believe in that you think can be sold? Or are you being told by salespeople or the person who's trying to recruit you or by the company itself that don't worry about the product? All you have to do is recruit other people into the business. Red flag, warning sign. If you're hearing that, take a second or even a third look.
Get to know the
Very few companies will actually say that flat out. You don't need to worry about the product, just recruit. But that, like, all of the attention in Beachbody, for example, is on recruitment. That's how you get all the bonuses. That's how you rank up. That's how you get your volume, is recruitment. That's how you get the recognition, is recruitment. So they're not saying that flat out, though, you know? I might already be getting enough MSM from fruit and veg. It's found in alfalfa, sprouts, apples, leafy green vegetables, raspberries, tomatoes, and whole grains. Oh, cool. Gonna speak about it to my dietitian to see what they say. Yeah, like if you're not deficient in it, then like you don't need it, or if your doctor doesn't tell you. But yeah, like I was just having, like, my jaw literally just clicked right now. Like I need to fix that area, you know? The world of MLM is sold separately on pretty possibilities, not an ounce of reality. Ooh, love that. If everyone else in the company falls off a cliff, you will totally become a crown diamond prince. But there's only one way to make a livable income. It's to recruit and have a downline. Exactly. You guys know.
the customers, the products, the business, have some success, and see where the opportunities might take you to move up in the organization.
I want to find out, how concerned are they about my education, my training, and my development? Is there a space for me to grow? Most important question.
Learn everything that you can about the product. Make sure it's something that you believe in, and learn everything you can about the industry, and work that.
Learn everything you can about the industry. No one except Dominic Izzo has told us to research the industry, but no one wants you to actually research the industry, because then you'll find videos like this. You'll find channels with tens of thousands of subscribers all talking about how much of a scam MLM is. And so it's really interesting that he told us to research the industry. The person before, pretty sure there's Robert Kiyosaki, the guy Rich Dad Poor Dad, and didn't he also write the cash flow quadrants that we learned about in old NetReady videos, and that our Amway friends have told us about in some of my videos here.
System.
You have to be very passionate about whatever that company is doing.
I would get involved. You can always test drive anything, you know, the product, the service, the community, and then lean into it a bit. If it feels good, then lean into it a lot.
No, stop.
There are currently 2,600.
Ooh, what is this? This looks scammy. More Ryan Sharan. I met 94 billionaires. Here's 6 things I learned. Ooh, maybe I'll look into that. He is a top-selling real estate agent in New York City, and now as a CEO of my own company, I've had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of billionaires. Ooh, maybe we'll investigate that. That's all I have, friends. That's all I have. They're concerned about selling you train. Yes. Love that. Yeah, they all promise. You're going to make lots of money here, and it's not hard. All you have to do is just work in the nooks and cranny of your day, and then you're going to be rich. They all do it. One day you're saying, oh, the product is legit, blah, blah, blah. The next we see the hun, she's promoting, something else, the same bullshit about new products. Oh, yeah. They're constantly switching. So if your first product was so brilliant and life-changing, why are you switching? Learn everything about the industry. Yeah, it is good advice for sure. But it's just interesting in the MLM world, hearing someone tell us to research the industry, because you're going to come across videos like this. This is a full movie. What? Rise of the Clown. Yes, love that. Yeah, you too, Julie. Thank you so much for joining. It was so nice to see you. Sheltering. Is that one of those emojis? I never see the emojis on my MLM, not my MLM, on my StreamYard side. So I don't know if you're giving me a cool emoji. Oh, yay. You liked it, Lisa? Thank you. Oh, okay. He's actually legit. He is. It just looked kind of sketchy. He was like, I meet all these billionaires. But okay, maybe he's actually legit. Thank you, Trey. Thank you. I don't know. It just looked interesting. It looked like the business guru scammy videos that we've seen before on this channel. Yes. I can't watch it live, but I'm gonna watch the replay. I can't wait. I miss her. She is so smart, and she's doing Tony Robbins video. So you all already follow Danielle, I'm assuming, because she's amazing. But I'm going to go. 5 people are already waiting there, which is awesome. But I don't know how to raid. I don't think I can with my size of channel. But you can just click that link, and then you can go and wait for her live in 13 minutes. So this was really fun. I would like to go live again on Friday, but it may need to wait until later in the weekend. But I might want to do a video on a guy named Brian Caruthers. I don't know if any of you have heard of him before, but yeah, I want to do. He's being interviewed by Rob Sperry. Or I want to go and just look at his website and like learn more about him. But yeah, have you heard of Brian Caruthers before? Oh, hi DC, we're literally done. We are done, but it's so nice to see you. And yeah, I love it when you pop into my lives. And so thank you for coming. Oh, I have a secret training from Fraser Brooks. Yes, please send it my way. That would be awesome. And yeah, if DC, are you going live with Danielle in 10 minutes? I hope so. It'd be fun to watch you guys together again. But if not, that's okay, obviously. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's going live. Danielle's going live soon. So you guys can all go watch her at this link. And I'll see you guys shortly, Friday or on the weekend. And thank you so much for being here. Oh, okay. Sorry, I keep trying to like wrap up, and then everyone's being nice and chatting, and so I always get distracted. I'm sorry your body's being an asshole today. That sucks. I'm really sorry. But I'm glad you're going to be in the chat and supporting her. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now. Bye, everyone. See you next time.